We were given the task to think about youth loneliness and how community spaces can be more youth-friendly and accessible to all. We thought about what loneliness meant to us, what's important to young people, and how community spaces can be more beneficial for young people.
The reason we visited some buildings was to see how they were useful for young people and how they helped with loneliness.
To see what we can improve
and what things were good and what things were really bad.
We came up with 6 key areas that are important to young people when thinking about making community spaces youth-friendly. And they are online presence, atmosphere, activities, people, the space, accessibility.
Online presence is important because people can know where to find it, and also if there's like images of the inside of the building, young people would know what to expect and wouldn't feel so anxious. The atmosphere is important because it encourages people to come and it makes you want to come back again.
It's good to have a building that's warm and welcoming, so you feel safe and you'll come back and have a place to go.
I think the atmosphere is important because if they go to a place where it's all vibrant and colourful, then they're going to enjoy it a lot more and feel less lonely.
The activities in a community space are important because it makes everyone learn and know each other better and know they can join in and make friends.
The people in a community space are important because they have to be friendly and respectful for new people to come, so they don't feel as anxious to go in the building.
Yeah, there should also be like a fair gender split, and also if the youth workers are trained and know the young people's needs, the young people they'll be happy and yeah, they'll feel comfortable.
I think the space is important because if something's happened, there's always a space for you to go. So depending on the mood, there's always an area. So let's say you're sad, there's always a one-to-one room for you to get some support. Whereas if you're happy, you have your friends in a big area and you can just be as crazy as you like. In some areas, there was nowhere to sit. If you want someone to sit down, let them sit on at least something comfortable.
Accessibility is important because people with wheelchairs or disabilities can come in, and it's also good for the youth club because more people will be joining.
It's also really important to have a place which is affordable for all people and that there's public transport that can come and it's easy to find the building. Negative thoughts can make you feel lonely.
Loneliness to me is feeling like I have no one.
I feel most alone when I have no one to talk to.
Well, I think it's always important to ask young people directly what their experiences are. So asking young people rather than us assuming, oh, loneliness isn't a problem for young people because they're always in big gangs. We all think young people are very hyper-connected, but maybe although they're connected on their phones, sometimes you can feel very lonely, even if you are in this connected world. Having space for young people that's designated space is important, and that's something that has been declining really in the last few years. There are buildings around that might be able to do more for young people, and they just need to think about how they encourage them to come in.
We've created an interactive PDF audit for you to assess and improve your community space. Email us to get the audit.
Thank you!
Hi, Mum! Hello, I'm Harry.
And I'm Willow, and this is the Youth Spaces Loneliness Project. So a group of 12 of us got together to see how youth spaces can be more youth-friendly.
And this is what went down.
We thought about what loneliness meant to us and made some creative artwork to represent everyone's view on loneliness.
I think that loneliness isn't spoken about enough.
I have friends they just go all sad and like depressed.
space, and then like they don't really talk to anyone and just stick to themselves.
Even if I'm with people, I can feel so lonely at times.
Loneliness is when you feel like you have no one around and no one to talk to.
There's a part of their heart that's not full and they just need to fill it up, but they don't know how.
We thought about the best ways we could reduce loneliness in community spaces. We came up with what we thought were the best ways to make community spaces more youth-friendly.
Sorry for interrupting, but like, what are you lot doing here?
We are doing an audit about loneliness with young people.
Why is it important for young people to do this?
Because we know what we like in a space.
Some barriers might be anxiety, feeling anxious. It is important that the youth workers are welcoming and friendly when you walk into the space.
That there's an online presence so you can kind of see your surroundings before you enter.
Thank you for this.
Good luck, enjoy the project.
After creating our plan, we presented our ideas to the Community Buildings Network.
I'm Anne Tizard and I'm the chairperson of the Community Buildings Network. That is a whole list of over 50 buildings across Brighton and Hove and the surrounding areas, and there was nothing for the managers to turn to, no training, no one tells you how to be a community centre manager or how to run one. It's very important that if you have a building that everybody likes it. If the building isn't friendly towards, say, young people, they're not going to want to come and use your building. And we want a community building for everybody. That's the word, community.
We travelled to some local community spaces to evaluate their youth friendliness. We used the audit we made to assess the spaces, and it was interesting to see the advantages and disadvantages of the spaces and what they had to offer.
Welcome back. We are being joined with Abby, and we're going to ask her a few questions about the project.
What were your best bits about the project?
Being able to socialise with a big group of people.
How will your views on loneliness change during the project?
Before the project, I didn't think it was too common, and now I know that a lot of people suffer with it.
How has the project impacted your opinion on loneliness?
I don't think it's as taboo as it used to be. I feel like before the project, people didn't really want to talk about how they felt lonely, but now they're more open about it.
Thank you.
Community spaces can help with loneliness because like you've got rooms to go to if you need like any help. I like people to talk to. There's youth workers who you can talk to, just other people there who are generally nice and will talk to you.
I think community spaces that are more friendly for people will help let them go somewhere so that they can have somewhere to express their loneliness and they don't do it just by themselves.